Hello guys and welcome back. So we'll be making this top. Okay, this is the second part of the previous video that I uploaded. If you are yet to see the tutorial on the pants, I'll leave it in the description box. Do well to check it and let's get into the video. Okay, so for the top itself, I made use of this fabric. It is 1.5 yard, but this fabric is by 60. This fabric has a pattern, and if you look the two piece, you realize that the down part is horizontal while the upper part is vertical. So I was kind of managing the fabric, so that's why it's like that. So what I'll do is to fold this fabric into two and further fold it into two, that is into four, as you can see. So this is what you should have, and then we'll be drafting. This part has an opening, so this part that is being folded, okay, where you don't have any opening at all, that is where we will be taking our measurement from. First of all, I'll draw out the starting line. After drawing out the starting line, I am going to come in by my shoulder 7 inches, and from this shoulder, this is what I have left, about 7 inches. Okay, so that is how, because it's a cut together dress. Okay, so if you want your sleeve to be longer, then you need more fabric. So I will go in by 3 inches for my neck width, and then I'll come down by 1 inch for the neck depth for the back. So now I'll just come down by 3 inches for the neck depth for the front, but I'm not using this neckline. Okay, I'll create the front neckline later on in the course of the video. So for this, after doing that, on this side I'm going to come down by just 1 inch, and I'll connect this 1 inch into the neck width. Okay, just the way you see me doing. So after doing that, next thing I'll be doing is to mark out my sleeve opening. So for this, I want my sleeve opening to be 10.5 inches. Okay, so that is just what I'm going to mark here. After marking, I'll just draw it into a straight line, just like this. After drawing it into a straight line, I'm going to impute my bust measurement. So I also draw a line there. So I'll impute my bust measurement of 9 inches, and then I'm going to add 1 inch for ease, and then I'm going to add 1.5 inch for stitching allowance. Now this depends on how free you want your top to be. Okay, so after doing that, I'll just randomly create my armhole curve, just the way you see me doing. Okay, so after doing that, I'll also come from here, from the shoulder line. I'll mark the top length. So I don't want it to be very short, so it depends on what you want. Okay, so for me, I made use of 21 inches as my top length, including my stitching allowance. Okay, and I'll just go ahead and cut this out. Before I cut it out, from here I came down by 1 inch, so I'll just take this 1 inch all the way down. So that is just basically it for this top. Then you go ahead and cut this out. So first of all, cut out the back neckline, and then cut out every other part. So after cutting, I'm just going to remove one piece, and we'll use this for the front. So now for the front piece, all I need to do, it is a V neckline, as you can see from the inspiration of the video. So what I'll do now is, from here I'm going to mark how deep I want my V neckline to be. So I used 7 inches, and then I'm just going to connect these 7 inches in a V form, just like this, after which I'll proceed to cut it out. So this is what we have for the front piece, and when I open it up, this is what it is looking like. So now we need a facing for this, but this is my leftover fabric, like I don't have any other fabric again, and this will not be enough for to cut out a facing for this. Okay, so what I will do is to make use of my bias to turn the neckline. But if your fabric is much, then you can just use it. So to use the bias, you just open your bias like this, place it right side on the right side of your fabric, stitch the first line, and then you flip it over and stop stitch. So I'll repeat the same process for the back piece as well. I'll just make use of the bias because my fabric is not much. So after turning it with the bias, this is the back and this is what it is looking like, looking so neat. And this is the front. So I'm going to bring the other piece. This is the back. Okay, so now what I'll do is to place it right side facing right side, and I'll just go ahead and secure this by the shoulder using half inch. So I forgot to mention that I added half inch at the shoulder when I was cutting this out. Okay, so after doing that, now this leftover fabric that I have, I'm going to fold it into two just to increase the hands a bit. Okay, so I'll just fold it like this and place it like so, and then I'll stitch on it all the way to the other side of this dress. I'll repeat the same thing for this side as well, and this is it neatly fixed, and this is what it is looking like. Can you see? So I'm going to turn the dress over to the wrong side like this, and then I'm going to join the sides. So I'll just align it properly, and then I'll go ahead and stitch. So I'm going to use half inch to stitch from the armhole. So from here I'll use half inch, and then when I get to this side I'm going to use 1 inch and stitch it all the way down. Okay, after which I'm going to hem the bottom part as well. So after doing that, this is what I have. Now ensure that you make notches around the armhole area so that it lays perfectly, and that is what I am doing. So after doing that, I'm going to flip this dress to the right side, and that's basically it for this tutorial. I'll go ahead and give it a good press, and thank you guys so much for watching. If you're yet to see the pants, like I said, please do check it out so that you learn how to make yours, and I hope I see you guys in my next one. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and bye.